Hey, what's up guys? It's Scares here. Now our story today comes from YouTuber Jaden Animations. Recently, Jaden managed to pass 10 million subscribers on her channel, and normally this would be an occasion to celebrate with her fans and her friends alike. But this celebration was rudely interrupted by an individual on Twitter who goes by the name Cyanshine. Basically, this individual tweeted at Jaden with the text, "Strange Blue Man congratulates Jaden Animation for reaching 10M subs. Hashtag Jaden10M, hashtag Jaden Animations, hashtag fanart." Now in this tweet, he attached this image, which at first glance might have fooled some of Jaden's followers into believing it was the actual Jaden that posted this image. But upon closer inspection, you could see the quote-unquote blue man self-inserting himself into the supposed fan art for Jaden. Now, he included a whole wall of text behind him, but there's really not much to say about it. Some of it is obscured, and the few details I can make out aren't really important to the drama at hand, but what is important is the expression on the blue man's face. Why is the man looking at Jaden Animations like that? I mean, when people say that they watch Jaden Animations, I'm pretty sure that they are referring to her videos and not her, blue man. To me, this man was already raising some red flags, but it seemed like Jaden didn't quite think the same way. In fact, she herself gave that tweet a like, as evidenced by the blue man himself in a tweet reply. And as you're about to see, this one moment ended up being a big mistake on Jaden's part. So sometime later, Jaden releases her big 10 million subscriber celebration video, Jaden Animations The Anime, and while the video did garner attention for its cinematic visuals and brilliant original music, it also caught the attention of the blue man from earlier, because soon after, the blue man made another piece of fan art for Jaden. This time it seems a little more ambitious, as he attempted to replicate the same look from the video down to the little animator glove that Jaden wore. So apart from the very sussy amogus face that he gave to Jaden, you would think that this would be just another piece of fan art by one of her fans, maybe even one that's very nice quality-wise. But again, upon closer inspection, almost imperceptible, the blue man couldn't help but self-insert himself into the fan art, which is a cardinal sin for any fan artist to do, but apparently not for this blue man and his giant ego. Yet it seemed like Jaden didn't mind about that too much, or perhaps she didn't see that detail, as she would take to Instagram this time to like Cyanshine's post again, clearly not learning anything since her last encounter with the blue man. But I know some of you might be wondering how this would be a big deal. Surely it's just a couple of likes for a fan she has never once spoken to. How would this be newsworthy in the slightest? Well, if you think that the story ends there, you're in for a big surprise. For the real shock would come about a month later, when Jaden would release her next video, Amazing Island, the game you wish you played. As was expected, it was just another regular Jaden Animations video, nothing out of the ordinary, that is, until the very end of the video, where it was revealed that Jaden had included the blue man's artwork in her fan art feature, exposing him to all of her followers. Again, the blue man had included himself in the image. So now that the image is permanently part of Jaden's video, the blue man had succeeded in his despicable mission of infiltrating the Jaden Animations YouTube channel.
What the fuck?
And when the blue man inevitably discovered this fact, it was like his psyche finally snapped. He suddenly became mad with power. Remember, he only got into one video. Most normal people would just thank the person for doing such a thoughtful gesture and move on without a second thought. But the blue man truly went insane, posting multiple images now on Twitter celebrating his disgusting actions on the internet, even going as far as to say that he will become Jaden Animations now.
I will be Jaden Animation.
Truly horrific actions coming from someone who claims to be a fan of Jaden Animations. So moving forward, I can only hope the best for Jaden. Being a really popular YouTuber, she already has enough problems on her plate to deal with. but now it looks like she's going to have to deal with this blue man being a part of her community. And as for Cyanshine, it seems like his channel is quite recent, with not a lot of content or subscribers at the moment, so please be wary of him in the future, especially if you're part of the animation community. If this whole Jaden situation is anything to go off of, he is not to be trusted, okay guys? He is not. Don't freaking trust him. He's a sussy Among Us imposter from the Among Us video game. Speaking of which, if you like the Among Us video game like I do, consider subscribing to the channel. But that's it for our video, guys. Please give the video a thumbs up.
I'll see you later. Peace.